Hello and welcome back to Top 10s You Should Know. Let me ask you this. When you picture your future self 10 years from now, do you see someone thriving in a career you love? Or do you see someone stuck in regret, wishing you had made different choices in your 20s? The truth is, your 20s are a unique decade, full of possibility, but also full of traps that can quietly derail your future. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 career mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Whether you're just starting out, switching paths, or trying to figure things out, these are the pitfalls you need to sidestep if you want to set yourself up for a strong, successful future. 1. Chasing money over growth. One of the biggest traps in your 20s is picking jobs purely for the paycheck. It feels good at first, the salary, the comfort, the sense of stability. But the problem is, if a job isn't helping you grow, you're trading short-term cash for long-term potential. Growth in your 20s is worth more than money because the skills, connections, and experience you build now will multiply your earnings later. The mistake is thinking, this is good enough, when you should be asking, what am I learning here that will serve me 10 years from now? Don't sell your future for comfort. Chase roles that stretch you, that teach you, even if they pay less at first, because the return on growth always outpaces the return on a paycheck. 2. Neglecting networking. Many people in their 20s think networking is fake, awkward, or unnecessary. They imagine handing out business cards at boring events, so they avoid it altogether. But here's the truth. Opportunities don't just come from hard work. They come from people. Not building genuine relationships early is a career mistake that shows up later when doors are closed that could have been open. Networking doesn't mean collecting contacts. It means adding value, building trust, and staying visible. In your 20s, every professor, colleague, mentor, or friend could be a bridge to your next step. The mistake is waiting until you need connections instead of building them consistently. 3. Fearing failure too much. Your 20s are the time to experiment, to try, to fail, and to learn. But too many people freeze because they're terrified of messing up. They pick the safe path, avoid risks, and stick to what's comfortable. The mistake? Believing that failure ruins you. In reality, failure is the tuition you pay for growth. Every stumble teaches you what works, what doesn't, and where your true strengths lie. Avoiding failure only delays wisdom. If you're not failing at all in your 20s, you're probably not stretching yourself enough. And that's a bigger mistake than failure itself. Number 4, not learning financial discipline. Here's a harsh truth. Career success loses its shine if your money habits are broken. Many 20-somethings spend recklessly, live paycheck to paycheck, or drown themselves in debt without thinking about the future. The mistake isn't just financial, it's that poor money habits limit your career choices. When you're buried in debt, you can't take risks, change jobs, or pursue opportunities that pay less but offer growth. Financial discipline, saving, budgeting, investing, gives you freedom. Ignoring it in your 20s traps you in jobs you hate because you can't afford to leave. 5. Failing to develop soft skills. In your 20s, it's easy to obsess over technical skills, coding, design, analytics, and ignore soft skills like communication, teamwork, and leadership. But here's the secret. Soft skills often matter more in the long run. You could be the smartest in the room, but if you can't explain your ideas, collaborate, or lead, you'll stay stuck. The mistake is underestimating how much influence, persuasion, and empathy drive career success. Your 20s are the perfect time to practice these through presentations, teamwork, even handling conflicts. Don't just learn what to do, learn how to work with people. 6. Staying too long in the wrong job. Comfort is sneaky. Many people in their 20s fall into a job that isn't aligned with their passions, but they stay because it's familiar. Months turn into years, and suddenly they've built expertise in something they don't even enjoy. The mistake is confusing stability with progress. It's okay to stay in a job for experience, but staying out of fear or laziness is dangerous. Your 20s are the time to pivot, explore industries, and test what fits. The longer you stay in the wrong place, the harder it becomes to leave. 7. Not seeking mentorship. Many young professionals think they have to figure it all out alone. But trying to build a career without guidance is like wandering without a map. The mistake isn't just lack of mentorship, it's underestimating how much wisdom older professionals can share. Mentors shorten your learning curve, warn you of pitfalls, and open doors. In your 20s, actively seek people whose paths inspire you. Ask questions and stay humble enough to listen. Those conversations could save you from years of trial and error. 8. Ignoring personal branding. Your reputation travels faster than you think. Whether it's your LinkedIn, your social media, or how you show up at work, people are constantly forming impressions. The mistake many make is thinking, I'll build my brand later. But every post you share, every project you complete, every interaction you have is already shaping how people see you. In your 20s, not caring about your personal brand is like letting others write your story for you. Take control, showcase your skills, share your values, and let people know what you stand for. 9. Comparing yourself too much. Your 20s are full of comparison traps. You see peers buying cars, starting companies, traveling the world, and you feel behind. The mistake is forgetting that everyone's timeline is different. Comparison breeds insecurity, and insecurity leads to poor career decisions, rushing into jobs, quitting too soon, or pursuing paths that aren't yours. Positive growth doesn't come from racing others. It comes from staying focused on your journey. In your 20s, protect your energy from comparison and measure progress against your past self, not someone else's highlight reel. 10. Not taking health seriously. It may not seem career-related, but your health is your foundation. Many people in their 20s burn out by neglecting sleep, overworking, eating poorly, and ignoring stress. The mistake is thinking your body will just keep up. But the truth is, your career longevity depends on how well you treat yourself now. Energy, focus, creativity, they all come from good health. Sacrificing it for work in your 20s may give you short bursts of success, but it often leads to long-term crashes. The most successful professionals know protecting your health is protecting your career. When you picture your future self 10 years from now, do you see someone thriving in a career you love? Or do you see someone stuck in regret, wishing you had made different choices in your 20s? The truth is, your 20s are a unique decade, full of possibility, but also full of traps that can quietly derail your future. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 career mistakes to avoid in your 20s. And that wraps up the top 10 career mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Remember, your 20s don't define your whole life, but they set the foundation for decades to come. Avoiding these mistakes doesn't mean being perfect. It means being intentional, choosing growth, and setting yourself up for success you'll thank yourself for later. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these mistakes do you think is the hardest to avoid in today's world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your story might help someone else on their journey.